bit about what we build and why we build them. In the history of this company, it was started in 1976 in Cloquet and moved up to our present location here on the Miller Trunk Highway in Hermantown, technically just north of Duluth. Many things have changed, and one of the big things that have changed is what we build. Back in the beginning, it was an idea that an individual had that they would build or pre-build wall sections and have people purchase those pre-built wall sections to put up themselves, called a panelized package. And that kind of grew legs and turned into having the company also put up the structures. And that's where it all started, and it got to the point that they kept on building more and more, to the point they were building two-story buildings. They were putting up gambrel trusses. Those are the room in the truss, but they also were the barn-style truss. We used to do a lot of that. Room and attic trusses up to 10-12, 12-12 pitch trusses, two-story buildings, if I haven't mentioned that yet. We really got involved with a lot of different styles of building. What we have found over the years that we could keep our prices lower if we specialized in certain areas. And by drawing our scope down to what we are today, we have really done a good job dialing into what we do best. We can take people that have no knowledge in construction, we can train them to build things properly and very well, which goes along to right down to our customers so they can enjoy them for many years to come. So what we build now is single-story, slab-on-grade buildings. We also can build that on wood floor structures, but you'll have to meet with a salesperson to see if that would work for you. We build nothing more than a 6-12 pitch on the truss. They can have storage trusses in them. When you get into the 8-12, we talk about a safety side of it, a training side of it. It takes more labor hours to get those done. We find that if we can build the boxes, we can be very cost effective in doing just that. And we can train faster to do things better, and it has worked out very well. Other things we build, not only do we build detached accessory buildings, which is a garage, we also build house shells and cabin shells. And what we mean by shell, it is actually the exterior walls finished on a building. So what I tell people is, when I talk about our shells for cabin and building shells, or house shells, if they drive by one of our buildings that we just wrapped up, it looks complete. From the outside, it is sided, it is shingles, aluminum soffit and fascia, it looks complete. However, on the inside, it's studs. We leave it in a position that's structurally sound and built properly in an area and a time at which the homeowner can then find an electrician to pull the wires, a plumber to do all the plumbing, all the rough-ins, sheetrock people to finish things off, under their own time frames, because they don't have to worry about the weather tearing down their building over the years while they're trying to get all of this stuff done. That has been a kind of a real key niche that we have found as far as building of those shells. Now, as far as the types of buildings, to speed things up and to keep the quality very high, we won't build wall structures that are higher than 10 foot. And the reason for that is we can build them here in our shop under controlled conditions, and so we know they're built above code. When you're out in the field and you're hiring people, a lot of times you can't watch every nail they put in and you don't know if it's per code. We can do that because we build those wall sections here. Now, as far as the size of building goes, we will build with trusses up to 40 foot in length. And we'll build, doesn't matter the length of the building. We've built buildings for storage facilities that are 30 feet deep and 120 feet long. The length doesn't matter, but the truss size does, because looking at the safety side of it, and without having to bring in specialized lifting equipment, we have to take a hard look at the weight of that truss and how are those going to be set properly and safely. So those are some of the areas that we look at when we have really dialed in the scope of our business. And ultimately, we do this because we want to be able to train young people to come in with no knowledge, bring them on, give them the training they need to do quality work, and ultimately, for our customers, low-cost buildings at a very high quality.